Hello and welcome to Goodbye to 9 to 5. I'm Emmanuel Diego, and if you're ready to break free from the 9 to 5 life and build a business on your terms, you're in the right place. Each week we'll dive into mindset, skills and practical steps to fuel your journey to entrepreneurship. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast and my YouTube channel for resources to help you get started. Let's begin this journey together. 60,000 thoughts every single day. According to research, we think on average about 60,000 thoughts every single day. And 95% of those thoughts are repetitive. 75% of those thoughts are negative. Let that just marinate through your head for a moment. Most of us are either thinking repetitively or negatively, or a combination of both most of the time. Now, couple that with trying to run a business, and reality is that if we don't address the issue of what goes through your mind, especially first thing in the morning, then that can actually color and affect the rest of your day. And if it affects the rest of your day, it has the ability to affect the rest of your week, if not managed. And again, you can see how that rolls in from a week to a month to perhaps years. For me, for example, I've had to challenge my own thinking pattern, my own mindset on every single day, just so that I can actually try to develop a winning mindset. Oh, by the way, if we've not met before, my name is Emmanuel. I help small business owners get more customers and sales using online advertising. Now, back to what we're focusing on. If most of your thoughts are pretty much negative, like for the most part, most people, then you have to deliberately find a way to make sure what you start to think about in the first of your day is positive, is actually going to set the tone for the rest of the day. So in my experience, it is quite hard for me to get motivated just if my head is filled with negative thoughts, because you know what, life happens. There are all kinds of challenges we face every single day. Now, you can actually spend a lot more time dwelling on those things and find that you're going to be losing the battle, or you can deliberately do something. And so in this video, I kind of want to share some of the things I normally would do whenever I wake up, because I want to not just deal with the fact that most of our mindset is repetitive and negative. I attack it by doing some very deliberate things to help me kind of create a winning mindset. So the first thing that I do to try and create this kind of winning mindset is I start my day off with thankfulness and gratitude. Now, all I do is literally in the morning, I set like a 5-minute reminder, it's in fact countdown on my phone that says, in this 5 minutes, I'm going to force myself to come up with 10 things that I am grateful and I'm thankful to God about, right? Again, it's very easy to think all the bad things that happen the day before, the week before, the month before, and just kind of really stew over that. Or I make the decision that in that first moment of my day, I start to think of all kinds of things like, maybe the sun was shining today, right? The sun was shining today and it's an autumn day that is expected to be cold. That's something to be grateful about. That's something to even smile about. And the fact that maybe it was predicted to be, I don't know, let's say 12 degrees, and all of a sudden we've got 17 degrees. That is a bonus. That's something as simple as that you can be thankful and grateful about. Now, for me, it became a game changer when I learned that, okay, I need to deliberately, in my mindset, early in the morning, set that tone. And let's just say there's a few benefits this offers. For example, number one, it improves your mental health. Okay, it sets a nice tone for your mind in the beginning of your day. It even boosts your relationship with other people. Now, when you start to be grateful about what other people perhaps have done for you or done to you, you'll actually start noticing that, hold up, there's actually some good in people that sometimes I overlook because I'm either so busy or, put my head in the sand because of all kinds of things. So living your life with gratitude helps you to kind of notice little wins. Okay, because sometimes you can miss out on little things. It could be, for example, you're walking through a door and someone happened to have opened the door for you just in a courteous way. You're thinking, okay, that was actually really nice. Or maybe someone had an opportunity to really either have a go at you because of something that took place that you knew that you were at fault, and instead they gave you grace. Those are little things that you can be deliberately thankful for that will begin to change your own heart and set a right tone for the day. It could be, the bus showing up at the right time, and, somehow or the other that you plan to get from A to B and you are running really, really late, but then somehow all the lights just starts to go green the day before, and you manage to get there a really swift time, and it just seems as if you just somehow just overcame time. So things like that are so, some people might be trivial, but having that attitude of gratitude really sets a tone, a right tone for your day. So all those kind of small moments, when you bring them all together, like I said in my 5 minutes of countdown, you bring them all together, it kind of sets like a web of well-being, right? It really helps you to have a mind that says, okay, it's not all bad. It's not all bad left, right and center. There actually are some good things I can actually deliberately focus on every day. So, and it kind of strengthens your ability to notice the good, because sometimes we are so wrapped up in the things that did not go well that we fail to notice that there are some things that are actually good around us. So then the second thing that I do on my day as well, amongst other things as well, is that I set a 5-minute timer on my phone to do a quick exercise. Now, let me just say this, I'm not a huge fan of going to the gym. Some people love it, and that's absolutely great. But for me, I think I enjoy working out at home. But one of the techniques I learned from a friend some years ago, I remember just noticing that my friend, a good friend, he just kept on having just a consistency over the years of just, I'm going to drop his name. His name's Peter Addison. He's actually a really good guy. Over the years, I noticed this guy is really, really strong, and he is just, he just looks after himself. And I thought, how has he maintained this kind of consistency for so many years? I've known him. I've known other people who literally either they get married or something, like they lose themselves, they get a big belly, or one reason or the other. But I just noticed one thing, and I had to ask him, how do you maintain this kind of physique? And he goes, Emmanuel, number one, I don't go to the gym. I don't really enjoy the gym. But here's what I do. I don't do any ceremony when it comes to working out. I literally go in, 5 minutes or so, bam, 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 do this, get out, done. But he says, I do it every single day. And, for the most part, I do it for most days. But for every single day, it's a lifestyle. And so his body is used to him just having those small investments over time that meant that he doesn't have to have a gym subscription, but he just has to learn how to compound this over time. And that's exactly one thing I adopted a couple of years ago, in fact, when I remembered, I kind of did like a detox with my wife. And after that detox, we did some exercises during the detox that kind of taught me that, I can just add this to my regular routine, that I can just set 5 minutes on the clock. And that's been 2 years now. I'll be absolutely honest and transparent. Are you okay with me being honest and transparent? Out of those 2 years or so I've been doing it, probably 70 to 80% I've actually done it. And I've probably missed out 30 to 20% roughly. But what is the essence of this? No ceremony, no grabbing, wristband, headband, sweatbands, gym shorts and all these things. I don't do none of that. I just literally, sometimes in my PJs, whatever it takes, get on with it. 5 minutes, done, right? And I've noticed over that time I've been doing this, I've got strength. I've got myself toned in areas that I thought, wow, I didn't really think that it was going to have much difference. All I know is that I just kept on doing it, and over time I realized, wow, I'm actually getting stronger without actually going out to go to have a gym subscription. So again, that's something, feel free to borrow that from my playbook. That's what works for me. Everyone has probably different body types. What might work for me may not work for you, but all I say is consistency, compounding over time will give you different results than just doing 30 minutes, in a gym for one day, but nothing else for the whole entire week. So again, that's my game plan for the second part. And the third aspect is affirmation. Now, a lot of our self-talk, as that stats say, is unfortunately repetitive and mostly negative as well. So in your mind sometimes just literally churns through the same negative pattern of thoughts. And how I like to break that in the morning is literally to inject some deliberate things that I affirm and say about myself. Now, I'm not going to claim that I developed this. In fact, I learned this from listening to Zig Ziglar some years ago. But what I did is kind of took what he created and then adapted it to kind of suit who I am a little bit better. And so feel free, if you're interested, to request for my own one and kind of adapt it as you think, it would make sense for you. I'm happy to share that with you guys. It's not a problem at all. But for me, it's something that I recognize that I need to remind myself who I am and also who I am to become. So who I'm aspiring to become, I'm not there yet. I'm still becoming day by day. So that's why I want to remind myself, Emmanuel, you are becoming this. So I'm going to read to you exactly what that affirmation is. So just bear with me a moment. I'm going to bring it up on my iPad. And so the whole idea is this. The idea is just to consistently look yourself in the mirror and literally staring at a mirror with your shoulders up, with your eyeball straight at the mirror, and start speaking this to yourself, literally eyeball to eyeball. Typically, I do mine first thing in the day, although Zig Ziglar has mentioned that you can do it the first in the morning and last thing at night. So by all means, I'd love to see if you can at least do that first thing in the morning, last thing at night, and what kind of patterns you're getting for you. For me, over some years, I've just literally done mine once in the morning, as it's just the most effective time I can really get a chance to do it. So again, it's pretty much, I am saying this to myself. So I'm going to read it to you as if I would normally be reading it to my mirror. So here we go. I literally say, look, I, Emmanuel Amadiogu, I'm a man of integrity with a good attitude and specific goals. I have a high energy level. I'm enthusiastic. I take pride in my appearance and in what I do. I have a sense of humor, lots of faith, wisdom and a vision, empathy and courage to use my talents effectively. I have character. I am knowledgeable. My convictions are strong and I have a healthy self-image, a passion for what is right and a solid hope for the future. I am an honest, sincere and hard-working man. I am tough but fair and sensitive. I'm disciplined. I'm motivated. I am focused. I'm a good listener. I'm patient and I take decisive action. I am bold and confident yet humble. I'm an encourager, a good finder and a forgiving person. I'm a student. I'm a teacher. I'm a self-starter. I'm obedient. I'm loyal. I'm dependable. I am responsible. I have a servant's heart. I'm ambitious and I'm a team player. I'm intelligent. I'm competent. I'm persistent. I'm creative. I'm health conscious. I'm balanced. I'm clean. I'm flexible. I'm punctual. I'm thrifty. I'm very good at handling finances. I'm an honorable person who's truly grateful for the opportunity God has given me. These are the qualities of the winner I was born to be. And I fully intend to develop these qualities, these marvelous qualities with which I've been entrusted. Tonight, I'm going to sleep wonderfully well. I will dream powerful, positive dreams. I will wake up energized and refreshed. And tomorrow is going to be magnificent. These are the qualities of the winner I was born to be. Today is the first day of the rest of my life, and it is wonderful. Now, as I mentioned, this is my own adapted affirmation. Feel free to create something based on this. If you want me to share it, let me know. Just simply comment, DM me, one way or the other, get in touch with me. I'm happy to share that with you. It's not a problem at all. So preparing my mind like this, speaking it, affirming myself, remembering to exercise to kind of get the endorphins, the feel good running through my body, have a bit of a sweat in the beginning of the day, thankfulness and gratitude. All these things, amongst other things I do in the morning, helps to begin to contribute a different mindset for me before I begin my day. What do you do in your daily routine? I'd absolutely love you to share with me what's actually working for you and what you enjoy doing that is actually you found you've been able to be consistent over some time with, because I think we can all share and begin to grow together in this journey. So feel free to share in the comment section, once you're brave enough to just drop it, but I'd love to hear it, and I absolutely promise I will respond to any comments dropped in there. So as I said, if you like a copy of that affirmation, feel free to just request it. Just ask, simply say yes please in the comment section or something like that, and I'll be happy to do that. Now obviously, if you're listening to the podcast, go ahead, drop a comment, drop a like, follow. If you're listening via YouTube, you know what we do in YouTube: like, subscribe, comment, share it, and all those other YouTube stuff we do. So I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Goodbye. Thank you for tuning in today. Remember that taking that first step from the 9-to-5 grind is an achievement all on its own. This path is challenging but incredibly rewarding, and you don't have to walk it alone. Hit that subscribe button to join me every week, where we'll uncover what it takes to build a fulfilling business on your terms. If you enjoyed this episode, I'd be grateful if you could leave a review, as it helps us reach more listeners who are ready to say goodbye to their 9-to-5. Once again, I'm Emmanuel Amadiegu, and can't wait to share this journey with you. Until next time, keep working toward the freedom and growth you deserve.